Alright folks, this is Mysterious JG, and we are playing StarCraft for the MS-DOS PC compatible, IBM Business Machines compatible computers, actually I should say. This is the IBM version. There was also an Amiga version and probably a Macintosh version. The code entered is 880894. It should be 800894. Oh man, I was in tears one day. I remember yelling and screaming and throwing a tantrum basically because my game got ended by me entering code incorrectly too many times. It was unforgiving. The 8s and the 0s were indistinguishable. But I was like a little kid, and I do remember being in tears because this is a game that you play off a 5 1/4 inch floppy. There's no save states. There's no save slots. I lost the game many hours in because of an incorrectly entered security code thing. So, not a fun memory, but a pretty distinct memory. Mostly because my mother's reaction was to tell me that if I didn't calm down, I wasn't going to be allowed to play the game anymore. So, yeah. 800894. I was a little kid. My dad had gone out to sea to practice blitzball and disappeared forever, so I started crying, and now no one will let me forget it. My God. I gotta find a super hot but piebald girlfriend to complain to. Anyway. So, last time, I was trying to find this, thing, and I wandered the wrong way. We ended up over here somewhere, and got into an encounter. Not too far away, just a bit coreward of where we are now. So let's just head coreward. Great Khan will take us to the core, and see if we can encounter some Mecha 9. We got a message from Mecha 9. I feel like I was cheating if I didn't show you Mecha 9. Nomad probe requesting permission to transmit data. Please respond. Well, this is different. This is Nomad probe. Communication officer respond friendly. This is Captain Avatar of the starship ISS Devon 7. We are on a peaceful exploration mission. Planet 34762 RM, third planet of 7, system coordinates 16. Okay, that was different. I'm gonna have to go back. You guys can pause the video and read that. I currently can't, and there's no way to cycle backwards. So I'm going to have to when I'm processing this video, after I process the video, I'll have to go back and get those planet coordinates. But Nomad Satellite, whatever that is, just gave us some coordinates. And, we would be remiss in our duties as space explorers if we didn't check it out. Motion detected X4Y3. Zhuge Liang is healed. Using his lasers, he's healed himself. X2Y1, so Y1 would be up there. X2 would be over here. Whoever this is, they appear to be heading towards us. Seems like we encountered a lot of ships before. There's like 5 different motion detect signals, but only 2 ships showed up. And then they hailed us as Mecha 9. There we go. We are frighteningly awesome Spemen, masters of the galaxy, lords of the universe, all-powerful beings from another dimension. Tremble before us, identify yourself, sub-creatures. I wasn't expecting to encounter them out here. I remember them, and I thought they were far away. Endurium, lead, and iron. They're about 0.8 times the size of our... There's no shields, and their weapons are not armed. You have come to pay your respects and grovel before your Oh, I forgot. I have to make them talk like the Spemen. How was I going to make them talk? You have come to pay your respects and grovel before your Spemen masters. You are afraid now, and rightly so. You will identify yourselves at once. Friendly? Hello, we come in peace from the planet Earth. It is fortunate that you recognize the vast superiority of your Spemen masters. That is to say, us. We shall spare you this time, perhaps. Okay, statement, question, change posture, or terminate communications. Your postures are friendly, obsequious, and hostile. The friendly is kind of a good default way to start. So, you wish to praise us. This is acceptable. You may continue to do so. Statement. As representatives of the peoples of Arth, we extend our best wishes and our hope for equitable relations in the future. I really should have thought of a voice for them. I suppose you have heard of me before. Well, we have, I think, heard the name Spemen. No. They've armed their weapons. It is plain that you are terrified of us. In fact, you wish to beg us not to harm you. Is that not so? Well, I don't actually have weapons, so yes. They've disarmed their weapons. They're going to shoot us for not knowing who they are. We read about the Ulek, Gazertoid, and Phlegmax. I don't think we knew about them. You must just demonstrate your good intentions by... Okay, they're like invertebrate gelatin creatures, I think. Slime mold kind of guys. You must demonstrate your good intentions by dropping any shields and disarming any weapons. Will you do this? Well, yes. We don't have shields. We have wasted too much time. Be gone, scum. That was weird. Where the hell am I? I thought I knew where Spemen territory was. They're pretty far afield of where they'd normally be. I came out here to encounter... You will recall that at the end of the last video, we were hailed by someone called Mecha9, but I decided to load because I didn't want to screw up my copy protection status, because I went out intending to hit a special you put in the copy protection wrong encounter and didn't. Now I'm over here trying to find Mecha9, not that I know who they are either at this point, but I run into the Spemen, whom I thought I did remember from days of old playing this game. I thought the Spemen were amongst the guys who were out here somewhere. So, this is what happens when you think you know what you're doing. Alright, well... There's star systems down here that we could explore while we're waiting to try to run into the Mechans. Slightly unstable star system. We were warned not to go to star systems that are more than slightly unstable. So while we're hoping to run into the Mechans so that you won't feel like you were cheated out of that encounter, ammonia, hydrogen, water, magnesium, gold. Very thin atmosphere. Temperature is temperate to searing. The global weather is calm. 0.44 gravity. Very thin atmosphere, temperate to searing, which means that some portions of the planet have a low enough temperature to be acceptable. And we have ammonia, hydrogen. Oh, there's no oxygen. I was about to recommend this place. I was like, there's something I'm forgetting. Yeah, no oxygen. That's no good. But yeah, while we're just out and about, hoping to run into the Mechans or someone, we can, well, this is a gas giant, so I guess I'll scan it for funsies, but yeah, let's see, the 16.8 times Earth's gravity. That's probably not going to work as far as some place for people to live. Maybe Goku could train there on his way to planet Namek and then be made into a tank suit, but he's not going to be a place for the rest of us to live. This place has no oxygen. Yeah, you know what? While we're trying to find the Mechan 9, whatever they are, we'll just scan some planets. No oxygen here. That's basically what we're meant to be doing at this point. Until we start meeting aliens who can give us useful information, rather than those guys who got offended when we didn't know who they were. And I might have a different attitude towards those guys if I ever encounter them after we've got some weapons going, once we've got some wappets. But right now, all we've got is armor and good intentions, so... Spemen. Remember that name, and try to think of a good voice I can do for them. They are like, they're they're basically, I think they're supposed to be slugs. They're sentient slug creatures, so I need to come up with some kind of slug voice. Make them talk like Sluggo. Wasn't Sluggo Scuzzo's brother on Beetlejuice? I don't remember. Another gas giant. Why am I even scanning it? I don't know. Hey, oxygen. Hydrosphere has chlorine compounds, and the gravity is 14.5 times that of Earth. The weather is very violent, though, so probably... You know, you can get past that 14.5 times Earth's gravity thing. That very violent weather might turn you off for the planet. Also, the fact that it doesn't have water. This looks like it might be a better deal. Hydrogen and water, but no oxygen again. Damn it. Closest planet to the sun doesn't seem like a very likely candidate. You'd think the temperature there would be very high and the atmosphere would be super thin. But let's take a look at it first. No atmosphere, no hydrogen. Oh, it's a really nice club, but there's no atmosphere. No water. Boy, you know, you'd think there'd be like great colony planets everywhere, and it doesn't always happen that way. Alright. The other thing is that if I do find a planet suitable for colonization, I get to name it, which means I have to think of a name. No water. Alrighty. Well, at this point, we haven't really accomplished much of anything, have we? But here's another star to explore. 2 planets, so this one won't take long. Okay, move away from there. Jed said, hey, move away from there. They said California is the place you want to be, so they loaded up the truck and moved to Beverly. No water. I don't need to treat anybody, I just selected the wrong thing. It's time for Great Khan to move us out of here again. Oops, only one star or planet orbiting this star. You'll notice that planets in this game don't have moons. Can't have everything, folks. None. For a game that prides itself on realism with this huge, huge universe to explore, that does seem like kind of a weird thing to be missing. It was over here somewhere, I thought, that we encountered the Mecha 9. I feel like they might be kind of in general in this area. So let's head over for this red star at 175.94. It can be dangerous to just wander around exploring like this with no particular destination because fuel is expensive in this game. But we got here in relatively little fuel used because we've got nice level 5 engines. This is not going to be a planet that we can colonize. Nope. Nothing doing. Oh, you know, maybe we just got to give up on finding the mechans for right now, and I'll just go find one of the races where I know where they are. Oh, scanners indicate an unidentified object. Captain Avatar, we're picking up a distress beacon signal. Well, let's scan this thing. If they need help, we'll be happy to help them. 4 times the size of our ship, no apparent armament. Shields are not apparent, and their weapons are not armed. SOS. SOS. Alright, well. This is Captain Avatar of the starship ISS-77. We are on a peaceful exploration mission. This is a recorded message. I am Captain Shelemov of the Empire colony ship Last Hope. The date is 3/10/3480. I think that's the past. My ship has been critically damaged. 2/3 of the crew and the colonists are dead. We have put down on the first planet in this system. You can ask them for general information, even though it's a recording. Do you have anything you can share with us? I repeat, we have been forced to put down. We will be at coordinates 22 north times 97 west. We will survive for as long as we can. I just hope you're not too late. Shemelnuff out. 22 north, 97 west. I swear to God, I did not know that this was going to be here. 27 north, 22 north, 97 west on the planet we're orbiting. 22 north, 97 west. If I had weapons, I know it sounds heartless, I would destroy the ship for scrap, because if I remember my star dates correctly, this thing has been in orbit for a long time, and there's probably not going to be anyone down there on the planet waiting to meet us. We're probably just going to find the wreckage of where they lived while they were waiting for rescue. We've got orbit established. Scan the planet. Oxygen and water. Oxygen, carbon dioxide, water. 1.8 gravity. Surface is predominantly frozen. Thin atmosphere. Subarctic to temperate. Calm. I believe. Let's save our game here. Make the game. Just finished my quick save. I'm always nervous about recommending planets in case I missed something, but I think this is a colonizable planet, folks. Certainly, those guys crash landed, or they found it as a place where they could set down after, whatever happened, they lost most of their crew and the colonists, so they just decided to try and make it here. Captain, log planet. Recommend this planet for colonization? Yes. Name this planet Britannia. Britannia! Because I am the Avatar. I must find the runes of virtue on planet Britannia. 22 north and 97 west. Here we are at Wembley Stadium, where the British Bulldog has just defeated Bret Hart, and we care for some reason. Now, take a look at the map, see if we can... Somewhere around here has got to be... Morning after. Somewhere around here there's got to be... What the hell happened to the sound? That's a recent ruin. A message. And a ruin. Message. Read. Captain's log entry, October 31st, 3480. We have managed to set up a camp of sorts here, and have enough supplies to keep us alive for several months. We were on our way to establish the Noah 9 colony world of Heaven, when the ship blew. Press any key to continue. The Meccans are currently in preparation phase code Blue. Our arrival would have initiated code Red, and we would have taken control of the Meccans. I believe our ship was sabotaged by the Latonites. Damn them. Half of my crew is dead. Their bomb blew out the entire aft quarter section of the ship. I don't know how we made it down to the surface in that defective pod. I just hope our luck holds out. Captain out. That's a very important message, folks. Because we had encountered the mech... What the hell happened to my sound? We had encountered the Meccans last time, and... Well, I don't want to give away anything, but I do remember vaguely that when you encounter the Meccans, they ask you a series of identifier questions. And it's important that you have some information before you start answering those questions, because they do become hostile if you can't establish that you're not one of their enemies. So what do we know? They are in code blue. They are going to go to code red when the colonists arrive. And Laytonites are apparently the enemies of the colonists, or rather the followers of Layton. Laytonites. I think I'm giving away the fact that I know a little bit about what's coming. But that message, I did not remember this at all, so please don't feel like I'm cheating. But yeah, that's one thing. If you just go around exploring star systems, you're eventually going to come across some interesting shit. And I can't remember if we already looked at this place or not. Probably did. It would have been really nice if they gave us the coordinates for Heaven, which is the planet that they were apparently heading towards to colonize. But maybe if we come across the Mechans again, which is the whole reason I flew out here, to try to meet them, perhaps 125, 100 is our base, isn't it? Let's go see if that... Oh. Except we'll have an encounter here. An unidentified object. It's... I don't know what that is. And I don't know why my sound isn't working. Did we do an analysis? 0.1 times the size of our ship. Shields are class 4 raised, but the weapons are not armed. And the sound is not on. Greetings, we come in peace and wish to communicate. Please identify yourselves.
Oh, hey, we are Eloan. If thing intentions be peaceful in sooth, we greet thee. If not, we request that thou risser us, who bear thee no ill will.
And the thing about the translators, Millennia is at skill 200 out of a possible 250, because that's the max a human can get. That means that you'll get, like, a small number of words will come out like Rissor. It'll be untranslated. We're being scanned.
Pray, do not listen to Ashiaro things, as the Thrinn might say of us. 'Tis not but empty slander.
Statement. It is our hope that our respective peoples will enjoy a long and mutually beneficial relationship, Captain. They've lowered their shields.
Thou art wise in thy peaceful dealings, for the path to knowledge doth lie therein. Hansio, that all races were minded ill.
There is a lot we can learn from each other. Please convey to your leaders our sincere wishes for peace and friendship.
Again we are as we once were, with those few of your kind, allies in the cause of truth and the search for wisdom. This is as it should be, is it not?
Perhaps some day our young shall play and romp together in the blissful light of harmony and friendship.
Forsake us not for the terrible Thrinn. You can but only lose for doing this.
Do not be afraid of us. We are on a peaceful mission. There is no limit to what both our races can gain from mutual exchange. I just want to see all the friendly statements, then I'll start asking questions.
Thou art wise in thy peaceful dealings, for the path to knowledge doth lie therein.
Something, yeah, they've already said this. Let us embrace one another and sing the songs of friendship, and some day perhaps we shall look upon one another and say, brother. This is the same kind of bullshit that pisses the Vex off.
Again we are as one with those few of your kind. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, we've already heard that. As representatives of the peoples of Arth, we extend our best wishes and our hope for equitable relations in the future.
Art thou friends or allies of Lin Thrinn?
Haven't met the Thrinn yet, so no. Forsake us not for the terrible Thrinn. Okay. Let's ask for general info. We would greatly appreciate some information. Is there anything you can tell us?
The sun of the planet Arth shall flare in the final week of your 10-month astrology this year, so we have ascertained.
Ooh, they know about that. We are interested in information. Can you help us?
Exteron, Gal, Sahalari, and Ect. These are the sons of the Four Seedlings, a constellation in our Linseth Oft, used as a landmark by our people.
Okay, the Four Seedlings. Gotcha. Do you have any information you can share with us?
Corward does the dead zone lie. In this region no living thing shalt thou find, for the crystal planet has passed here and left not Ng-Khey-Arla.
The crystal planet has passed through and left not something. It's the dead zone created by the crystal planet. Okay. Make a note of that one, Gumshoes. He would greatly appreciate some information. Is there anything you can tell us?
We must now take our leave. Fare thee well, friends.
Yeah, you have a certain amount of time before they terminate communications, which is why wasting a lot of time with statements is silly, but I was just doing it for funsies so that I could see some of the stuff they say. But we want to get back to 125, 100. Was that a flux down here, or just it's just a bunch of stars together in one place? Background stars. Body stars. I think it's 125, 100 I need to go to. When I get there, I'm going to end the video. Well, I'll find out whether that colonization thing took. Then I'll end the video and try to get the sound back before we go out there and make another pass at trying to meet the Mechans. So we've docked with Starflight. Maybe it's my headset's messed up. Maybe everything's fine. It's just my headset. Don't know. DOSBox can be a little bit weird about that sometimes. At least here I know that I should be getting noise, so I'm going to play around with the wires on my headset. See if they've just shorted out. No, doesn't sound like we got sound. Apologies, folks. I'm sure this isn't the most interesting way I could be spending the video for you, the viewers at home. Evaluation. Recommendation. This planet proved... Oh, okay, recommendations. 06, 02, 4620, System 17594, Orbit 3, name Britannia. Evaluation. This planet proved to be suitable for colonization. You have earned a bonus of 35,000 MUs for this recommendation. End of evaluations. Excellent. So we will save the game because I know that that took... that we did not screw up, because you get fined if you screw up. I will make that my quick save. And I'm going to end the video. When we come back, folks, we've got a decision to make. I feel like I cheated you guys because we haven't met the Mechans. We met the Mechans at the end of video 3, but then I junked it because I decided I was worried about the copy protection having been put in wrong. With every intention of going out to meet the Mechans, so I flew out into what I thought was Mechan space. I encountered the Spearmen, who I thought were, far outward. What do they have? What are the directions of this? And I noticed, I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing because I really enjoyed the LP, and that's part of the reason why I jumped into doing this one. But I noticed in Grimithar's LP of Star Control 2, the Urquan Masters, he will be on the map screen referring to north, south, east, and west, even though he's like talking about interstellar travel. This game tries to make that work a little bit by having upspin, downspin, coreward, and outward. The idea being that this is like a spiral galaxy. It's spinning. So upspin and downspin work. Coreward's towards the core, and outward is out. It doesn't change the fact that it's a two-dimensional map in three-dimensional space, but, what can we really expect them to do with that? Anyway, no, I thought the Spearmen were significantly outward, and we flew over to here. These were those 4 planets. We checked 4 systems in a row. Then we came over to this system where we actually found a colonizable planet. But the Eloan I thought were downspin, and the Spearmen I thought were outward. So apparently these little circles, these aliens travel outside of their spheres of influence too. Because we met 2 different sets of aliens, neither of them Mechans, who I thought were patrolling in this area. At any rate, the point is that when we come back, I'm going to make another effort to meet the Mechans. And now that we found this planet, we actually know a little bit about them. They're robots who are waiting to meet with the colonists from Noah 9, who were heading for a planet called Heaven. This is more information than we would have had if we talked to them at the end of video 3. The only thing specifically that we know is that they were waiting for the colonists. They're on code blue, and they're going to switch to code R when the colonists arrive. And we were warned that the colonist ship was destroyed by late nights. Those facts are all relevant, but they're all things that we're going to have to pick up on later. This is Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And remember,
peace and friendship are the only path to the true light.
Thank you, Eloan, for making us laugh about love again. See you next time, folks.